Hey, Jeremy, how's it going today?
This is great. I'm super glad to be able to spend some quality time with you today.
Yeah, no, likewise. So, Digital Workspace Alliance, pretty important, I think, because I think there's still a lot of just general confusion, or people take the word digital workspace and adopt it to their meaning. I'm interested, what motivated you guys to kind of join?
Well, for us, we saw the Digital Alliance kind of forming over time. We figured something like this would probably occur, and I'm really glad that the initiative was created and we got the opportunity to be one of the inaugural members. When I think about what we're trying to do here, it's sort of the idea of it being vendor neutral is really very satisfying to know that customers can find what they need through a variety of things. Hey, we don't provide everything. Not every vendor provides everything. And to have a nice one-stop shop to sort of see what's available for this, I think is a pretty great.
No, I agree. I mean, like I said, a lot of people take a digital workspace and it can mean so many different things. And I think being able to have some, I'll say, common structure that folks like yourself can align to and say, hey, we not may not provide all the pieces, but we provide maybe a critical piece here, a critical piece here. So as you're thinking of the digital workspace, you can really start to kind of pull those pieces together and understand where the vendors fit.
There's so many levels and layers. For us, we're at the policy layer. We think about Windows is still Windows wherever you take it. No matter what platform, your browsers are still your browsers, your apps are still your apps, and your users are still your users. You still have all these problems no matter where you go. And with us, you still have to manage all those things. So our job at PolicyPak is to provide the policy layer in this whole orchestration to make sure that the user and the hardware they're on is perfectly managed so that the security, the systems, and the look and feel are exactly what you're expecting.
Yeah, and that's become super important, right? I mean, let's face it, even the world looks a little bit different than it did a year ago. So, being able to do some of those things is certainly important as people kind of look to their back to office type of initiatives, right?
Well, the thing is that Microsoft themselves can only go so far.
That's
They've
right.
got group policy on the one hand, they've got MDM on the other hand, but honestly, those solutions can only take it so far. And so, what something, not just us, other vendors in the same airspace are looking to try to do is to fill in the gaps where Microsoft can't or won't or may never be able to, perform that kind of opportunity. What's great about the alliance is that it gives customers a one-stop shop way to identify, gosh, I have this printing thing, or I have this policy thing, or I have this hardware thing. They can look at the alliance and sort of see, okay, great, these are the holes that Microsoft can't or won't fill, or the other vendors can't fill, and find a nice a nice place to get what they need.
Yeah, totally agree. I appreciate you spending the time, and I think it's important for people to understand, that, and it gets them thinking. Hey, a digital workspace incorporates these things, and there are these important different components to be really thinking of. And I think if it serves that purpose alone, it's going to be successful for all of you part of the alliance. So, thanks very much, Jeremy, for joining us today.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.